I'm not threatening you. Say one more word, and that's 30 days. 30 days.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Sovereign Citizens Hall of Fame with your man TP. Today we are going for number 65 in our compilation video series, and we got a special one today because today we have another compilation series that's dedicated to just one judge, and that one judge is no other than Judge Brian Oakley out of the state of Michigan, who, just like Judge Simpson, is a very popular and liked judge. So we will have a few proceedings from Judge Oakley. I've even sprinkled in one of the non-sovereign citizen cases that he's taken care of. And I'm sure you guys are going to enjoy this. So this is number 65. As always, there will be no commentary on this one. There will be chapters added, and I am sure that you guys are going to enjoy this Judge Oakley compilation. Listen, don't forget to comment in the comment section. Let me know how you feel about these exclusive judge compilations, because we got a few more coming. And listen, it's about that time, guys. Let's go ahead and jump into Judge Oakley's courtroom.
Did you want to handle that case right now, Judge? Najee Goodman, Mr. Bowditch has spoke to him.
Mr. Bowditch, are you ready on Goodman?
Well, Your Honor, I spoke with Mr. Goodman. Mr. Goodman asked me to tell you that the prosecutor in this case has no power of attorney over him. He's an Israelite. There's no grounds under the barcode this matter should be dismissed. I believe he may want to represent himself. You may ask for some clarification if you talk to Mr. Goodman, but that's what he told me to tell you.
Thank you. Mr. Goodman, are you requesting that you represent yourself on this matter? You're muted, Mr. Goodman.
What I'm saying is nobody has power of attorney law over me through the barcode. I'm the beneficiary. My name is not those capital letters, so I'm an Israelite from the 12 tribes. So what I'm saying is I'm representing myself. That's all that needs to be said, because that's what the law is. I got common law jurisdiction. It's a non-violent crime. So I push for it to be dismissed under the barcode.
Well, it's not going to be dismissed today. So simple question. Are you representing yourself from this point forward? Yes or no?
Yes, I'm counseling myself.
All right. Mr. Bowditch, you're out. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I said, are you planning on filing a motion, or would you like to set this case for trial?
I'm planning on filing a motion to dismissal because there's no grounds or no standing over my case, because nobody has power of attorney law to hear me, to even take this process even further. You got to prove that first. You got to prove that you got power of attorney law over me to hear this matter. Okay, I'm an Israelite.
But you don't know what you're talking about.
I do know what I'm talking about. You don't have power of attorney law. The prosecutor don't have power of attorney law. You don't have power of attorney law. It's under the barcode.
Mr. Goodman, please do not interrupt me. I'm trying to be polite.
Okay, it's under the barcode, though. This is what you signed up to do. You're a public servant. So
right, unless you are a price on a can of beans, we don't need a barcode.
Yes, I am. I'm a human being. I'm not a deity. I'm a human being. I'm a living man. I'm a living being. I'm not no cargo. I'm not none of that. It's under the barcode. Okay. This is the real law. You have no standing or no ground.
Mr. Goodman, I'm going to give you a date for your motion.
I'm only here through grave cohesion.
Pardon me?
I want all my rights intact to me at all times. Do you agree?
I can't understand what you're saying. I think you're too close to your mic.
I want all my rights intact to me at all times. Do you agree?
I can't understand you, so no, I don't agree. I hear you're something
okay,
all the time.
I want all my rights intact to me at all times. I want all my rights intact to me at all times.
All right, I can't understand you.
Okay.
Are you still living on border? Are you still living on border? Mr. Goodman, are you still living on border?
Ashley, keep yourself muted, please. Your child keeps crying. Thank you.
No, I live somewhere else. I moved.
All right. Can you give me that address, please?
I stay at hotel rooms from time to time because I don't have no house right now. So I'm in a hotel room.
Geographically, where are you at today?
Detroit, Michigan.
All right. So my next pretrial date is when, Heather?
It is March 8th.
All right. So Mr. Goodman, I'm going to give you a date on March 8th to file a motion. You file a motion, we'll hear it on March 8th. That's going to be in person.
Motion for dismissal?
Whatever you want to file a motion. You said you wanted to file a motion. So I'm giving you a hearing date for your motion.
What time?
We'll schedule that at 10 a.m. and this is going to be live. No Zoom.
All right.
I'm having trouble
All right. I
with
want all my rights and text me all the time. I'm only here to threaten confusion. I just want all my rights and text me all the times. And everybody just got to prove that they got power of attorney left.
You got to slow down because you're talking so fast I can't understand you. I keep hearing all time, but that's all I'm getting.
Okay, what I'm saying is for the dismissal, I'm about to put it in today. You got to prove that you got power of attorney law over me. I'm going to have to sue the courthouse for 100-fold.
Mr. Goodman, I don't have to prove a damn thing to you, sir. If you're here on the
you got to prove that you got power of attorney law over me. You don't have power. I don't care what you're talking about. You got
over you, Mr. Goodman.
Yes, you do. You need power of attorney law to talk to me. You ain't got no ground. You ain't no standing. You ain't got no ground to understand. I got the affidavit of truth right here. I got authenticate birth certificate. I got a letter of intent over here right now. I broke all my contracts with the government. I'm not those capital letters. I'm with the 12 tribes of Israel. My name is Israel. I'm an Israelite. I'm with the 12 tribes of Israel. You don't got no power of attorney law over me. I'm pushing for dismissal. I'm suing your courthouse for 100-fold.
422.
Try it again, counsel. I'm sorry.
Good morning, Your Honor. Patricia Manning for the people, P84088.
All right. And Mr. Goodman, can you hear us okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. And Ms. Murphy, what are we doing on these files?
Judge, it's my understanding that Mr. Goodman has an appointment at the Forensic Center on January 31st. As Your Honor knows, he has pending cases in Frank Murphy. He went before Judge Michael Callahan yesterday. He was, his bond was reinstated with a tether. I believe Your Honor has put a 250, 10% bond on Mr. Goodman. You know, Your Honor, that I'm going to ask you to reduce that bond to something affordable.
All right, so I've got two files. One file's got that 250, 10% with a GPS tether. That would be the February 5, 2022 incident date. And then the other file, which is the misdemeanor file from May 10, 2019, he's just on a personal on that one with a GPS tether.
Right, and you know, Your Honor, that I don't represent him on the DV.
Right. But he finally does have a date for a forensic exam?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. All right. So you just want to adjourn the PCC?
Yes, Judge. And ask for a reduction in bond.
Thank you. And Mr. Goodman, have you talked to an attorney on the domestic violence case? Or are you representing yourself on that one?
I have nobody to represent me. I think it was Lanford or something was supposed to be my attorney. I'm not sure how it went south.
Okay. All right, counsel, go ahead and make your bond argument. But before you do, just so we're all on the same page, my notes say it's $25,000, 10%, no contact with complaining victim, and GPS tether. Is that your understanding?
So, Judge, I thought it was 250,000, 10%, 25,000.
I don't know what I just said, but my file says 250. Well, yeah, 250,000, 10%. Correct.
So, Judge, I mean, obviously that's unaffordable. Mr. Goodman is not a man of means. He and his significant other just acquired new housing, Your Honor. They have a baby. Mr. Goodman needs to be there to assist with childcare responsibilities because both of them were working before Mr. Goodman was taken into custody. I know we've had some issues, Your Honor, with appearing in court. Mr. Goodman has had transportation issues with respect to getting to the forensic center, and that was his issue, Judge. The tether violation was simply a malfunction of equipment. So I would ask Your Honor to, and since they do not have means, Your Honor, I would ask Your Honor to reduce I'm asking, Your Honor, for a personal with the tether.
Response.
Um,
And counsel, you don't have to jump up to talk to me. I know it's instinctive, but it's okay if you don't.
Thank you, Your Honor. It is instinctive. Your Honor, in this case, he is before us for a misdemeanor DD. I understand he does have some pending felonies. I understand he's on a GPS tether for the felonies. I believe at this time, the most important thing is that he remain on, or that if he is released, he remains on a GPS tether. So in this case, I would not object to a personal bond.
All right. Ms. Murphy, unfortunately, this is one of those situations where I don't care what the parties think, because I've got a long history. This building's got a long history with Mr. Goodman not showing up in court. So I set the bond for that reason. I'm keeping the bond as it is for that reason. All right, appearances for the people versus Frank Michaux Jr.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Mohammed on behalf of the people, P86771.
No, it's not. You have work. So
Yeah,
you're on Friday.
Are you up? Please sit at the desk representing yourself.
The judge needs to address you, sir. Is that a problem, sir?
Yeah, you're a defendant. Sit at the defendant's chair.
I'm not defendant. I'm sorry.
Judge, if I may try to help explain.
Try.
I'll try. Mr. Michaux is a sovereign citizen, and
No, I object. I'm not a sovereign citizen.
All right, sir, don't speak.
I maybe am not phrasing that correctly.
Don't speak until I ask you to speak.
But there is a difference between Frank Michaux, or I think it is Mr. Michaux's assertion that there is a difference between the natural person, Mr. Frank Michaux, and the sort of legal entity.
I don't recognize that.
And that's what I've prepared Mr. Michaux for that.
Sir, you're a defendant in my courtroom. Either I issue a bench warrant because you haven't appeared, or you come up here and sit in the chair and we proceed.
All right, so you're threatening me to.
Absolutely, I'm threatening you. Either you're here today or you're not. If you're not here today, a bench warrant will issue. If you're here today, I need you in the chair so we can proceed with the proceeding that's scheduled, which is a preliminary exam.
And if I may, I have advised Mr. Michaux that the courts receive objections all the time, or rule objections that are preserved on the record. If he has,
He can appeal me. I'll let you build whatever record you want to build, Mr. Michaux.
Are we on the record?
Yes.
Are you on your oath to the Constitution?
Hold on. Are you picking him up? That's one of the reasons I want you up here, is through the microphone here.
I'll speak loud.
Are you picking him up?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Are you honoring your oath to the Constitution today?
Pardon me?
Are you honoring your oath to the Constitution? You have an oath to the
I didn't swear an oth to the Constitution.
You haven't.
I took an oath that said I would follow the Constitution.
To not uphold the Constitution?
Yes, follow the Constitution.
So you are upholding an oath to the Constitution?
Yes.
Thank you. I accept your oath. Thank you. Okay. Now I have.
Sir, get your in the chair or leave and I'll issue a bench warrant. You're not running the courtroom. I am. If you want to have an exam today, get your in the chair. That's the way it works.
I reserve all my rights.
I would have nothing less.
I reserve all rights.
Now, are you representing yourself today?
I'm presenting myself.
That's not what I asked you. Are you representing yourself, or is this gentleman going to be your lawyer for today's proceeding?
I will be presenting myself today.
may
All right, so that's a no. You don't want him to represent you?
No, for the record, he's not my lawyer. I don't have an attorney. I present myself.
Okay.
Judge, what I've recommended to Mr. Michaux is that he has a jurisdictional argument that he wants to make, and that, pending Your Honor's ruling on that jurisdictional issue, I have prepared to conduct a preliminary exam.
Okay.
And could be, available if he wanted to ask me to do that at the correct time.
So you want to represent yourself for that jurisdictional argument, and if I rule against you, then perhaps you want him to represent you? Is that what I'm hearing?
No, that's not what you're hearing.
All right, so you don't want him at all under any circumstance?
No, I don't need an attorney for the record. I'm fine.
Okay.
So with that being said.
Well, hold on. You can stick around if you want to, but I'm not going to obligate you to stay.
I understand, Judge. I'm definitely going to stay.
That's fine. All right.
So today.
You have a jurisdictional argument you want to make?
Well, I served notice.
Sir,
on
it's a yes or no. Do you have a jurisdictional argument you'd like to make today?
I have a.
Yes or
multiple
no?
why are you forcing me to say answer?
Because I'm running the courtroom and it's the way I want to do it. Do you have a jurisdictional argument you'd like to make today?
I do, yes.
Then make it. What's your
Okay,
jurisdictional
so
argument?
I'm presenting myself. So I need to know, Article 6 of the Constitution grants me the right to know what jurisdiction is this court operating up under?
State of Michigan.
No, what jurisdiction?
State of Michigan.
Okay, what jurisdiction is the state of
District
Michigan?
courts are legislative courts. That means they're created by statute. The state of Michigan gives me my jurisdiction.
So, okay, is that?
I work under the authority
or
of the state of Michigan.
What is it, under what jurisdiction? There's two different jurisdictions under the Constitution. You have admiralty and common law. So I'll need to know.
This is not admiralty.
What is
And
it?
it's not common law.
Which
it's
one is-
statutory.
Okay, so it's statutory, that is what, civil?
No.
So what is it?
My
For the record, I need to
jurisdiction
have
is
that
both
on-
civil-
I can't defend myself unless I have it on the record. Is it?
My
It's
jurisdiction.
only two.
Sure, shut up. If you ask me a question, I can't answer while you're talking.
Okay, cool.
My jurisdiction is both civil and criminal as provided by the statutes of the state of Michigan.
Okay, so today, under which one is?
This is
the
a criminal case.
Okay, right. So is that common law or admiralty?
It's statute. It's neither common law or admiralty.
It's one or the other. It don't say statute.
All right, then you can appeal my ruling. My ruling is it's neither admiralty or common law.
So this is you say it's criminal for the record.
Yes.
Okay, and if it's criminal, in order for a crime to exist, there must be an injured party for the record, right?
There must be what?
An injured party.
Yeah, it's the people of the state of Michigan.
All right, so if the people of the state of Michigan, right? Where's the sworn statement?
Where's what?
A sworn statement. I have a right to see a sworn statement saying I injured someone.
There's a complaint in the file.
Sworn complaint, signed, all,
You want to see it?
affidavit, sworn affidavit?
No, it's not. I don't think it's an affidavit.
Well, okay, so
You said you wanted a sworn complaint.
from an injured party, who have I injured for the record?
The state of Michigan
How can I
are
injure
bringing the
state?
charges.
How can I injure the
Sir,
state?
sit down. Sit
I prefer to stand.
down.
I'm not.
Sit down, or I will hold you in contempt.
Another threat. Wow.
You're probably going to hear more than one.
I see.
All right. I am ruling that I have jurisdiction. You are free to appeal that to the circuit court. Proceed. Do the people have a witness they'd like to call in the exam?
Yes, Judge, the people are prepared to move forward. Just as a quick preliminary matter, we'd request a mutual order of sequestration with an exception for the OIC.
All right.
So again,
I'm not asking you to talk. Ma'am, are you a possible witness in this case? Okay. All right. And would you mind putting your name on the record, please? Counsel, I want to look at the lady. Would you mind putting your name on the record?
She's a witness. She is a witness.
Sir, you speak again when I haven't asked you to, and you're in contempt. And we'll deal with that first. The reason I need your name is because if you appear somewhere down the road and want to testify, we have to know that today you were in the courtroom. And I can't do that by taking a picture of you. So I'm asking you to state your name.
Your witness. Yes.
Sir, you are in contempt of court. That's a $100 fine. Speak again when it's not your turn, and I'll continue to up the ante. Clear? You can speak now. I've asked you a question.
I object.
I don't give a shit if you object. Is it clear what I said? I'm waiting for an answer.
I said I object. What am I supposed to say?
I want to know if you understand you've just been fined $100 for contempt.
I don't understand.
Okay, well, you still owe me $100. Are you going to give me your name? That's fine. Thank you. Witness.
Your Honor, the people called Officer Steppen. Oh, I'm sorry. One last quick preliminary matter. Pursuant to 76611D, we'd like to introduce a certified registered of action in regard to this individual being a previously convicted felon.
I object.
Hold on. Have you showed that to him?
I object. I object.
What's your objection, Mr. Michaux?
my objection is that I am here under the guise of
Bless
a
you.
probable cause conference. And I don't know how we're here at a preliminary exam when I did not waive any right to waive a probable cause.
This is a probable, this is a preliminary exam.
This is, okay, so right here.
This is the probable cause hearing.
It says, it's.
All right,
it
stop,
says-
stop. Right now, the question on the table is, you've objected to admittance of that document. I want to know what your legal objection is.
I'm also objecting.
What is your legal objection?
To not waiving my probable cause hearing.
Denied. That's admitted.
Under what grounds am I denied not?
Because
have
you
my
didn't
due
give me a
process?
valid objection.
I object.
You can't just object. You got to explain with the valid
I
objections to the
object
evidence.
that we are having a preliminary exam when I haven't had a probable cause hearing, that I did not.
They're the same thing,
It's
Mr. Michaux.
still, on this. it
Mr.
doesn't-
Michaux,
it
they're the
doesn't-
same thing.
But it's still, I have a right to a probable cause. Am I right or wrong?
Sure, try.
Am I right? Do I have a right to a probable cause?
That's what today is scheduled for.
But today it says preliminary exam. Right here it says probable cause conference. And today is a different date that says a preliminary.
Have you
exam.
ever had a grilled
If it
cheese?
was different.
Have you ever
if-
had a grilled cheese?
If it was different, why would it have two?
Have you
separate
ever had a
columns?
grilled cheese?
I object to any of that. Why would it have two separate columns?
Take him out.
Why would it have two separate columns?
I'm not playing this game with him today. If you think you can get him to shut up long enough so we can have our hearing, we'll do it. But I'm not gonna let him try to run my courtroom.
Okay, I'll just be very brief in my one attempt here. I would like to try to explain what I understand Mr. Michaux's objection to be, and what I have also represented to him regarding that objection. Mr. Michaux, I think the court record will reflect, had a probable cause conference first on November 29th, and then again on December 20th. I have disclosed, I mean, I think I've been very transparent with Mr. Michaux that probable cause conference is a bit of a misleading name, because probable cause conference under the court rules does not require that probable cause be established.
Right.
At the second probable cause conference, Mr. Michaux was caring for a sick relative, so he wasn't able to attend that probable cause conference scheduled December 20th.
Which didn't hurt him at all.
Right. I represented him on that day, and I asked the court to waive his appearance so that he could remain with his family.
Which we
I
did.
understood to be his wishes. I may now understand differently that I misrepresented him in some way, but my goal was just to be able to conduct a probable cause conference where we were going to find out if there was any offer, whether discovery.
You don't have to tell me what they are. I know what they are.
I know, but I'm just trying to.
And I'm trying to explain it to him too, but I'm not gonna talk over him.
Right.
And I'm not gonna play that crap today.
Right.
So if you want me to explain what's scheduled today versus what was scheduled last time, I'm happy to do that, but you gotta be quiet while I'm talking. Clear?
Oh, dude, I hear you.
All right. The last court date that we call a probable cause conference is like a pretrial on a misdemeanor. It gives the parties a chance to discuss the case and see if there's any resolutions prior to the next step. Next step being preliminary exam. At the preliminary exam, the people have to prove to me that there's probable cause to believe that there was a crime and there's reason to believe you were involved. That's what's scheduled today. That is a probable cause hearing. Probable cause conference is just a name that we all came up with instead of saying it's a pretrial for a felony. Do you have any questions based on that?
At what point did I waive it? Because if it's a hearing. Or
You
a conference,
didn't
right,
waive it.
so
There's nothing to
do
hold.
I have a right to have a probable cause conference?
No.
What?
You can do that right now. Do you want to make a deal with the people?
I want to be able to prepare myself for the probable cause conference. And in order
There's
to
no
prepare,
preparing for a probable cause
It's-
conference.
it's-
It's a conversation.
It still takes preparation.
You want a PCC? Go out in the hall and have a PCC with the unrepresented defendant.
Judge, just for the record, there will be no offer at this stage.
There's your PCC. Now, do you want to plead guilty? Do you want to have an exam? And at the exam, he's got to prove to me those two things I just said. Probable cause to believe a crime was committed on this date and reason to believe that you were involved. Do you want to have that hearing so he gets to prove his case? Or do you want to waive? That's the other option. You can waive the preliminary exam and we'll take the case directly to circuit court level 2 weeks down the road for an arraignment on information, which I would describe as another pretrial on a felony, where you and the prosecutor can discuss the case, see if there are any offers. That's another option. Would you agree with that assessment, Mr. Sullivan?
I would agree, and I would also just add that Mr. Michaux has made his arguments today, he ruled on his arguments, and that he preserves his right to.
He can appeal them.
As you've already said, at circuit court. And so if he wants to sort of move forward on that defense alone, that, the waiver does not preclude him from
not at all
arguing jurisdiction at the circuit court level. But likewise, if he holds a preliminary exam today, holds the people to their burden, he also maintains the right to, continue his objections to jurisdiction, to appeal the court's orders regarding jurisdiction at that next level, at the circuit court level, assuming that the people are able to prove probable cause today.
Now, do you want to have an exam today?
Well, I wanted to address some, I served the court some notices.
I haven't read any of that because you were represented by counsel.
No, I wasn't. I don't have any contract.
As far as I knew, you were represented by counsel.
Okay, so now you know. And I served the court notices. And I would like to.
First notice, what would you like to put me on notice about?
Well, I served you notice that I requested the criminal bonding information. I requested
criminal what?
Bid bond.
Hold on.
I requested the bid bond, the performance bond. I have an affidavit.
There is no bond.
There are bonds. This is
okay. Listen. You can't tell me something and then just disagree with me and think. Listen to me, sir. I am not going to let you interrupt me.
Oh, you just interrupt me.
I'm in charge. I get to do shit you don't get to do. It's part of the black robe. Okay, that's just the way it works. My courtroom, I get to decide how it's run. There are no bonds required for me to do what's scheduled today. I've been doing this 25 years. I've never had a bond.
You have a bond.
Okay, I have a bond.
Everyone here has a bond.
Not in any definition I know. So let's get to the point. Do you want an exam today?
No, I really want to address. Okay, so
I'm not addressing any of that crap you got in front of you.
Well, since you say you don't have a bond, can you express that in a via affidavit so I can have a?
It's on the record. Order a transcript. I'm not signing anything for you.
Okay. Also, I want to also address that. I sent a affidavit of fee schedule for violation of any of my rights.
There are no fee schedules.
Well, I gave you notice, and
great. Then you gave me notice. Doesn't change anything. We still scheduled for an exam today.
Yes, just put it on the record that I served you notice. Okay. Also, I served you notice on my power of attorney.
Okay, you said that.
Right, and
move on.
You haven't responded to that, as well as my indemnity bond, which separates me, and I have a private capacity. I am not the artificial person.
I don't recognize any of that.
United States citizen. I am
stop.
actually
Hold on.
identified.
Stop. You can put on notice what you sent the court if you want to make a record of that. But I'm telling you, I don't recognize any of that stuff you're talking about. I don't recognize that you're not really Frank Michaux. Okay, I understand that's what you're trying to argue, but I don't recognize that.
Under what law could you represent, or you can use, tell me that, not just from what you say, because ignorance of the law is no excuse for you and nobody else. So what you're saying just don't mean nothing. I need to have facts.
Okay, well, it does mean, hold on. It does, it should mean something because.
Prove it, please prove it.
Can I prove what?
Prove that I am not the artificial person. Period.
I can prove you're Frank Michaux.
I have full faith and credit.
I can prove.
Okay, so
hold on. You've asked me. I can prove you're Frank Michaux. You know how I can prove that? Because when I called the case and said you either come up here and be Frank Michaux or you leave, you came up here. And you proved it for me.
You threatened me.
But if you're not you, the threat means nothing.
It doesn't mean nothing.
Okay.
But you still threatening me, and you're using it under color of law.
Okay, listen.
And plus,
listen to me, Mr. Michaux.
You have.
I've wasted too much time with you. Yes or no?
So,
sir, don't argue with me. Yes or no? Are we doing a preliminary exam today? Yes or no?
I object. I will address.
Answer the question.
I want to address other issues as well.
You're in contempt of court. Put him in jail.
For what?
For contempt of court.
I'm having.
You can appeal that too. Sentence is 30 days. See you in 30 days.
I object to that. That's
I'm happy to hear your objection.
Due process.
Appeal me. That's why circuit court judges have jobs.
Definitely.
Take him out of here.
On the color of law.
I can give you more than 30 days. John, ask the wife to come in so he can see his property go to his wife. Ma'am, would you accept some personal property from your husband, please?
That was an extreme amount of patience.
Good try.
I appreciate you, giving him as much latitude as you did.
I just can't let him run things. I'll let him engage me and, I don't mind that, but I just can't let him try to run things.
Yeah. No.
Especially when I got 3 or 4 more exams to do.
Right.
The internet is the worst thing in the world for these guys.
I tried to tell him.
It don't play here.
The court is going to deny your objection. Let's allow this to move forward. He might have been able to win this.
And that's
case.
the worst part about all these cases, right?
Yeah.
Because sometimes they've got a chance if they just,
We had a good
Ron White,
argument.
right?
Yeah.
Got a constitutional right to remain silent, and just can't do it. Good morning, what do you got?
We have a plea charge in the Singleton case,
Come on up.
waiting for defense counsel.
All right.
Now, we ready on Singleton?
Gentlemen, your appearance is on Singleton.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good morning. Steve Allen on behalf of the people.
And good morning to your honor, court staff, Jonathan Roberts, B86428 on behalf of Mr. Singleton. Mr. Singleton, statement in the court.
Thank you. What do we got?
Your Honor, with your approval, defendant will plead guilty to 2 counts. They'll plead guilty to count 3, driving while license suspended. And also, Judge, added count 4, added count 4 is a 1-year misdemeanor known as attempt, fleeing and eluding in the 4th degree, and that would be under the penal code, Judge.
All right. And Mr. Singleton, have you discussed your rights and options with counsel? You understand those rights and the options they present to you today? You understand the possible penalty for those 2 charges? Attempt and the drove while license suspended? Understanding all of that, are you pleading guilty to those charges? Are you doing so freely and voluntarily today? Are you doing so freely and voluntarily? All right, counsel, if you would voir dire, give me the facts I need. Incident date, August 23, counsel, if that's what you're looking for.
On that date and time, Mr. Singleton, were you in a motor vehicle? Were you driving that vehicle? At some point during that evening, did you encounter the police? And did the police flick their lights on to indicate that they were initiating a stop? And did you disregard those lights and continue driving down the road? At the time you were driving down the road, you did understand that those were police officers. Defense is satisfied.
All right. And at that time, was your license suspended, revoked, or denied, sir? I'll accept the plea to the added charge and dismiss original counts 1 and 2. Well, 3 was the charge, DWLS. So I'm inclined to send it for a pre-sentence investigation unless you guys try to talk me out of it.
This is the first offense. It's going to be under HIDA. I think, this court has it.
No objection to HIDA? Sorry to cut you off, counsel. All right, go ahead, counsel.
Supervision, structured and downtown.
Mm-hmm.
There shouldn't be any issues. Part of his conditions, I think, are they want to that goes to get that license worked on. You can't drive until that license is,
Right.
up to speed. So to say, in terms of fines and costs, his family is here, has a lot of support.
Good.
First last time they said.
No priors? Okay.
Your Honor, if I may.
Yeah, please.
Especially recommend reporting probation, no jail, under the useful phase 6.
Thank you. Mr. Singleton, where'd you go to high school? Graduate? You're in your senior year? What's your GPA? Yeah, and in 30 years on the bench, that means it's not nearly as high as it could be. Am I right? What are your plans post high school? Yeah, what do you plan on doing after high school? Okay. What do you have to do to get your driver's license straightened out? Has he ever had a license, counsel?
I think it's been tickets.
Okay,
I don't know what.
okay.
Just the tickets to, or the
Right.
license.
Is that woman with the head bobbing back there, mom? Sister? I'm sorry to hear that. Can I hear from your sister? Because it sounds like she might know more about your business than you do. Is that all right? Ma'am, come on up. State your name for me. Miss Singleton, do you know the status of his license? Come on up here with a microphone so I can hear you better. You're all right, come on up. Because of too many points? Can you run it? Print it out? He got in enough to see me. That's too much. And that's too much. Yeah. His biggest trouble is because he can't tell me he's doing the best he can in school. I didn't make that kid. And the fact that you're a father is not going to make your life easier without an education. Keep talking off, bud, because I'm getting ready to send you. Keep talking. Keep flapping those jaws. Because you're telling me all I need to know about you right now.
So she comes to me. Not having his dad and it's like losing his mom. There is a lot there.
Absolutely. And it all sucks. It all sucks. But every day this young man gets up and he gets to make his own choices today. And he's been making bad choices. Keep your dick in your pants. You wouldn't have a kid at 18 without a high school education. Tell me I'm wrong. Smart man, tell me I'm wrong. Counsel, come on up. I can't let you have it, but I want you to look at it because the way I'm reading that, it says he's eligible for restricted right now. But it's been years since I could read those because they keep changing the format and they keep making them worse. I think he's eligible for driving privileges. Would you agree or disagree?
Suspension effective from July. I don't know how long the suspension would last. I'm fine. I mean, as a condition, I would be fine with either saying he just cannot drive without a valid license, and that would kind of solve the issue.
All right.
Your Honor, can I address the court?
Yeah, please.
Thank you, Rob. If he's convicted of suspended license, as you all know.
It's going to, yeah.
Your permission, Judge, I would like to have a plea instead of reckless driving count 2. I think there will be more benign versus private driving.
I didn't know that points.
It's going to be 6 points versus 2. The DWS is 2 points.
Judge, if I may,
I'll tell you what, hold on. Let's get outside the box a little bit. If you want to be generous,
yeah,
let him plead to allowing an unlicensed driver to operate, which is the same thing you'd give her if she let him drive when he was suspended, right? No points. All right. Won't stop you from straightening his license out. And I'm going to require that he get his license before he's off this HIDA, or I won't give him HIDA. You understand that? So he just agreed to save you 2 points and another suspension period. Yes? When are you supposed to graduate? Mid-year or spring? All right, Mr. Singleton, I'm going to do a 12-month delayed sentence under Holmes Youthful Trainee Act. I'm not going to assess any money. You will report to my probation department on a regular basis, and that could be by email. They'll work that out with you. I'm assuming you can give them transportation a couple times. All right, so as long as you're on track for the first month or two, they'll probably let you just do it on email. I'm going to require that you get your driver's license straightened out before the 12 months is up. I'm going to require that you get a high school diploma before the 12 months is up. And I'm also going to order 30 hours of community service charity work. That means you volunteer with some nonprofit agency that's registered with the IRS, church, soup kitchen, Salvation Army, Boys and Girls Club. I don't care. As long as it's an IRS recognized nonprofit, 30 hours, document those 30 hours. And I want that done between now and December 1, 2025. Do you have any questions about what you have to do to get the benefit of HIDA? All right. Understand, I'm still holding jail time over your head. Make my tail wag or you probably will go to jail. Do you understand that? All right. Now, I have to say this or I will not sleep tonight. Dude, I am glad I didn't have your problems as a kid. But with respect, with sympathy, I want you to hear what I'm about to tell you. The world does not give a shit if your life sucks till you're dead because of the problems you had in your youth. The world doesn't care. Okay? If I had a magic wand, I would tap you on the head and give you a perfect childhood. I can't do that, but I can tell you what I know after 40 years in this business. Dude, you got to make your own future. Your past does not define your future. Your past sucks. I hear it. All right, I'm sympathetic, but man up. Every morning you get up and make good decisions. You work hard. You sacrifice now so you don't have to sacrifice when you're 50 and 60. Because if you don't start doing things better, you know what you're doing? Your child is going to have the struggles you've had. You want a boy or a girl? Girl. You want that for your little girl? Hell no. Quit focusing on the past, the things that didn't happen the way they should have, and seize the future, man. All right, I'll sleep tonight. Anything else, counsel? All right, he needs to go down to probation. Sister, thank you. You're welcome, counsel.
We have several other things to waive.
I'm ready. Been ready all morning. You guys all sisters? Bless your hearts. He don't know how lucky he is, does he? Tell him.
Have a good one. I'll be back. All right.
How cool is that? 3 of his sisters coming with him. Yeah, what brand?
Oh, Terex.
Terex, all right. So basically the argument is your Terex is not a motor vehicle. Well, it's not an ORV, not an ORV. Okay. So I saw your response this morning. I saw your reply to her response. Did you see those, by the way, the reply? All right. So I think we've all seen the same paperwork. Okay. You want to hit some highlights of your arguments?
I mean, my argument is pretty much cover the whole thing. And like I said, again, this goes back to just trying to label this an ORV. And it's strict ORV, like if I took a monster truck up on the roadway that takes up whole roadways, can't turn, make turns in the roadway, right? The way the statutes apply, they can be, and for instance, they advertise like Ford Raptors and such, right? They show them in all the commercials going up mountains, same with Jeeps, all, they advertise, hey, take them all off road, right? So the way the statute's written, they can just basically be like, oh, hey, anything with that looks like, pretty much any vehicle is capable of going off road. So at any given time, the way the statute is being applied to me, They can just, any vehicle is capable of being taken off-road.
Let me stop you though. Let me stop you. That's actually a different argument. So one argument is your Terex is not an ORV. The other argument is their ordinance or the statute they're applying is just too vague. It's just unconstitutionally vague. Would you agree with me? That's two different arguments?
I think they tighten the other.
Well, absolutely. Absolutely. But the reason I want to make sure we're all on the same page, because I think there's two different responses that could come and two different decisions that could be made. Would you agree with me? Okay. So I want to take them one at a time then. So first is, well, one would be your Terex is not an ORV, doesn't meet the definition. And the second argument would be, and the definition they're using is overly vague. Okay. So, Madam Prosecutor, pick one of those arguments. Let's pick one and we'll talk about one at a time.
Certainly, Your Honor. Let's start with whether or not all utility.
Just call it Terex. Just call it let's make it specific to him, the Terex.
L324-81122.
Oh, give me that again. I was somewhere else when you started talking. Go ahead. MCL.
81101 sub U defines ORV as a vehicle, a motor-driven off-road recreation vehicle capable of cross-country travel without benefit of a road or trail on or immediately over land, snow, ice, marsh, swampland, or other natural terrain. It goes on to give examples of what is included in an ORV and what are not included as an ORV. Here, the utility terrain vehicle, as Mr. Crussell labels it, is an off-road vehicle. Exhibit A that I included in my motion is a.
Let me stop you. I'm sorry. In your reply to his motion? Is that where your exhibit A is? Okay, go ahead.
Owner's manual, it particularly is under basic safety. Off-road vehicle, be off-highway use only. This vehicle is not an all-terrain vehicle. It is designed and equipped to be a multi-use utility vehicle for off-highway use only. Use of this vehicle on public roads and paved surfaces is hazardous. Do not operate this vehicle on public roads or paved surfaces. In addition, in Exhibit B, I included a relevant portion of the ORV handbook that is found on the state of Michigan's website, and it includes utility terrain vehicles as an ORV. It also, conveniently enough, includes a photo of a near identical ORV that Mr. Crussell operated back on February 3rd of this year.
Okay. Anything else?
I guess I can go further. Mr. Crussell then goes on to liken it to something like a Ford Raptor, a Jeep, monster truck. The multi-purpose personal use vehicle used for personal family conveyance. MCL 324.8112 sub 1 states that an individual shall not operate an ORV that is not registered under the code upon a street, county road, or a highway. A Ford Raptor, Jeep, and a monster truck all need to be registered in order to operate on.
Right.
Mr. Crussell was not pulled over because he was operating an ORV, but because that ORV was not registered, did not have a license plate. For that reason, I believe that this motion should be dismissed and the people renew their request for the motion.
I have an objection to that, Your Honor.
Yeah. Well, it's not an objection, it's a response, but go ahead.
Okay, well, again, none of the registration or any of that stuff was even brought up. Any of it, they slapped an ORV on it because they had me held in the car for 45 minutes on the phones. I had a body cam trying to figure out what to even charge me with because I wasn't pulled over in retaliation. And that is what they pulled me over for. Reading the one was stated and put on there. And going back to liability or the not operating on highway use, it's referring to, we purchased those, I don't know if you've ever bought one or used them. They tell you that they come stock to only go about 50-ish miles an hour. You can get a module to make it go highway speeds when they're referring to highway.
I saw that in your response.
The higher speeds. So that would be the reason why. And I think everyone does nowadays see how common these UTVs are and see them all over the place.
I got to shoot you down there though. Because you spend a lot of time talking about that you see these all over. That doesn't make them legal. I mean, just bottom line, doesn't make them legal. The fact that some, for example, some communities just kind of like turn a blind eye to golf carts, right? That's not necessarily saying they're legal. That's just saying they're not enforcing them. Now that gets to your other argument, which, does that create an unfair situation? But I got to shut you down there, because just because you see them doesn't mean they're legal. But let's get back to that language you used. Like, I got to find it. Oh, okay. Do not operate this vehicle on public roads or paved surfaces. I understand your argument is they're telling you to stay off the highway with a stock Terex, but they didn't say highway. They said not safe for public roads or paved surfaces. That's what they said.
What?
So I'm just.
Again, why? Just like how they put on bicycles, they wear elbows, knee pads, and helmets, right? So
I understand that.
They don't operate on public roadways without a helmet.
I understand that's your take on what this means, but the clear language says don't go on paved surfaces.
Yes, the clear language is the same with the manuals for, again, dirt bikes, motorcycles, right? Yeah, that's still legal for people to drive around without helmets.
All right.
Because it's a liability issue. That's why they put it in there.
So
what people do with something after purchase it.
So my understanding is that if you jump through the hoops, if you go through the process, it's possible, you might have to add some equipment to your Terex or whatever. But it's possible to get some of these vehicles registered as roadworthy with the Secretary of State. That's my understanding. If it's got, and I made a list, if it's got bumpers at the correct height, it's got windshield and wipers and rear view mirrors. If it's got all this safety equipment, then you can get it registered and put it on the road legally. Is that your understanding?
Oh, no, in my defense, before this even happened, Sergeant Bryce, there was a bar there.
No. Hold on. I'm talking generally. I'm not talking specifically to you. I'm talking generally speaking. Do you agree with me that there is a process that the state of Michigan has that you can take something that may be an off-road vehicle and you can go through steps and have it roadworthy and registered as such with the state of Michigan? Do you understand? Do you agree there's a process for that?
For certain vehicles, I would say yes.
Okay. All right.
My specific UTV, they are already equipped and sold road ready.
Okay.
Again, you go back to the disclaimer, just because they put it in there, it's a disclaimer for there.
Then why have you not registered as a vehicle with the state of Michigan?
Sergeant Bryce told me I was well within my lawful rights. I said in the state of New York, both to me and my wife at the gas station right where I got pulled over. Well, previously to this, we even talked about it. We had a conversation about it at the gas station. The BP is simply a middle. He instructed, even told me, you're well within your lawful rights.
Okay.
He said this numerous of times. And then I relayed this to Officer, I don't know.
The officer that wrote the ticket.
Okay. Right, and then when I asked him, the second interaction I had with him, I asked him, like, dude, I need to get you, which is part of the body cam, I'm still trying to get a hold of these things, because I have to take them to court for it, because they're withholding body cam image, where I asked him, hey, I need you to get a supervisor to clarify this, because he told me, I'm not getting a pissing match, and drove away. So.
All right, stop there. Hold on. Is it your understanding that there's a mechanism by which if the safety equipment is there, then the vehicle can be registered with the state of Michigan?
But it's my understanding that the specific township or municipality needs to adopt or identify certain roadways that they are then able to operate on. As far as I know, the township Huron doesn't have any that are safely permitted. I do believe that.
Hold on. You're telling me if the state of Michigan registers it as a motor vehicle, you guys can still say you can't go on your roads?
I believe it's county owned roads. Or
even though the state says it's a motor vehicle, because that's my understanding. If the state registers it as a motor vehicle, that's what they're doing after all the safety equipment is there.
But I believe it's for limited use. So there's examples in the statute that talks about for limited purposes of say parades or something to that effect.
Again, Your Honor.
Hold on. I'm cogitating.
Yeah.
Well, it would seem to me that the township's got to get off its and do something with their ordinances on register. I mean, if the state's out there authorizing people to drive these on pavement and you guys just haven't decided where they can and can't, it sounds like the township's got to get on the board.
I could even look up their one that's decided, to be honest, they said it didn't exist.
What doesn't exist? I'm sorry.
They're trying to charge them with the code they gave, they said it doesn't even exist. I couldn't even look it up.
Brother, you keep throwing new arguments in.
No, I'm sorry. Well, I'm just bringing it up.
Hold on. Let's not get there yet. I'm make a note so you don't forget to get there, but don't get there yet. I'm having trouble figuring out how the township can tell somebody they can't operate a motor vehicle that the state of Michigan says is a motor vehicle.
Your Honor, I am not specifically prepared to argue that only because Mr. Crussell's ORV wasn't registered, so it has no bearing on whether or not it can operate.
But it can be.
Souls.
Well, don't get me started with that. I mean, all right, so let's talk about the fact that they've charged you under an ordinance that doesn't exist. My paraphrase of your argument.
Yeah, I've been trying to clarify too and bring it up too, but I've been trying to find it. Doesn't even, the code they cited doesn't even exist.
All right, hold on. Let me get to the paperwork.
I just had one fact I wanted to throw.
Hold on. Don't do that. You're confusing me. Make your notes so you don't forget. All right, so if we look at the ticket, offense code is 257311. Authorization code is, I don't know what that is, 00003.
Yeah, I think.
Is that, I'm reading it 00003. So I guess let's get a clarification from the prosecutor. What is the specific ordinance, statute, whatever, that the ORV on roadway is being prosecuted under?
So here on the top, the Michigan Traffic Code, which I could reference to, but I also stated in my motion that.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but the reply that I'm looking at for today.
Yeah.
All right. So let us both know where to find that. Yep.
And my final argument, or my final sentence before my argument. Ultimately.
Okay.
ORV on the roadway in violation of MCL 324-81122 and Huron Township Ordinance 506-4, which I do have a copy, and it is on and available on E-code 360. Which is
Okay. Could you provide a copy of that to Mr. Crussell? You only have one copy?
I do.
That's all right. Mr. Crussell and I can share it. Yeah, probably helpful. Mr. Crussell, why don't you let me have that for just a minute. We'll make copies. So then you've got a copy, I've got a copy. You got a copy for yourself, counsel?
I don't, but it's word which is we catch.
Let's make a couple copies of it. All right, so while we're waiting for those copies.
I would like to also add, Your Honor, to make this even more interesting, what the township is doing, Police Chief Robbins, we've known him.
Hold on. Two.
Not relevant. He keeps believing there's some sort of conspiracy against him. When in fact we're here today for operating ORV on the roadway back in February. If there's any conspiracy, it's one that Mr. Crussell's orchestrated himself.
Okay, hold on, because I think your objection might have been a little bit premature. I don't even know where he's going.
So what's funny about the ORV thing is because Police Chief Robbins, we've known him forever. He's at my personal ORV, had his, my dad, same thing.
Okay.
He even contacted my dad and had asked him, he's here, asked him to have me call him because he couldn't call me for legal reasons. And when he said, he brought up, he goes, you know, man, you can't have an ORV. He goes, he's trying to work out, he even told me he wanted to work out a deal with me, is what he told me on the phone. And,
That's simply not true.
it's very true. He can test, they actually have text.
Well, okay, well, hold on. Neither one of you were in on the conversation. So you sit down, let me hear what he's got to say.
So I called Everett, voicemail, he called me back, and he started off saying, no, man, you can have an RV. You and I both know it's not just an RV. And then he goes on to call it, he goes, oh, well, you can't have a motor vehicle. So then he flip-flopped the terminology.
Okay.
And there as well.
But what's, I don't mean this to sound condescending, but what's the point of that story?
But so they're just, the original stop, because again,
there's confusion.
Yeah, but you're right, and that's why they kept me in the car so long, because they were trying to figure out what to even do, and that's
Right.
what they came up with.
Right.
Right, so that's where this whole ORV statute is trying to be applied to my situation.
Okay. All right. Okay. I don't doubt there's confusion. I mean, I'm here. I'm here. Okay. All right, let's get back to the paperwork. You got a copy now, Mr. Crussell? All right. So counsel, if you can show us or direct us, I should say, to specific language where the township's hanging its hat.
Sure, so it similarly, identifies the definition of an ORV on the second page.
ORV or vehicles, is that where you're reading? Okay.
And then, it goes on to state.
Are you going to prohibited activities?
I am, yes, 5064 from the activities.
S. Is that where you're going?
Yes, I am.
All right. So just so we're clear, so he knows what he's defending against. It's 5064 S is the prohibited activity, and 5063 would provide the definition that you're trying to apply to his Terex.
And word for word is.
All right, Mr. Crussell, now at least you know exactly what language you're fighting. Okay.
Yeah, again, with that definition, law, it even, that goes back to our show that even Jeeps and trucks, they're advertised and sold and shown as recreational vehicles and off-road and everything. This would allow the township or the state to just at any given time be like, oh, hey, we don't like you, so here we're gonna slap with an ORV fine for any vehicle that's capable of going off-road, because that's just what they want to claim it as. I mean, that's just so ambiguous, it's outrageous.
But I think her argument a few minutes ago, maybe more than a few now, was, but all of those are registered.
But that's not what was the issue with Annie. That's not what I was even, no one even brought it up at the time that I was arrested and stopped, none of that stuff. I was just stopped in peer retaliation. I wasn't charged for any of that stuff. No one brought it up. And again, going back to it, I was previously told I was lawfully allowed to do what I was doing.
What do you think the retaliation's about?
Because I had 200 encounters with this officer, he's a new hire, and what happened was, this all stemmed from the fact that our neighbor.
Oh, just bad blood between you individually?
Well, I guess so, because I didn't even know him for a whole year prior to this. It's even in their notes and everything that my neighbor kept calling, saying we're reckless driving with our kids. And it's even on a thing that he was intoxicated almost every time he's calling. And they stopped coming out. And Officer Price even said, we're not coming out messing with you guys. We're not doing nothing wrong. And this is going on until this new hire kid shut up. And I told him, I was like, dude, you need to go talk to Dave. You gotta go do it. This has already been taken care of. This guy keeps calling. You even told who's the lady, when they call him freaking
Dispatcher.
Put in the note several times, the guy's intoxicated, just making calls. And that's why they stopped coming out. I told him this. And then, but yeah, it was the next day after I told him, dude, you need to go get your supervisor here, please, so we can figure this out. And that's when he told me, I'm not getting a missing match and left. And I know his body cam's out, I've seen it. And that's why part of the body cam I'm still trying to get, but they won't give me. And there's still other parts and stuff, that other body cam that I know is missing, I'm still trying to get a hold of. Because and then Officer Smith, they're in body cam even talking that they were purposely, all that officers, is it side or like, yeah, that he was purposely watching for me. He's on the phone talking about this. He's also on the phone with Everett and a couple other officers trying to figure out applicable laws because he didn't know. They arrested me based off something he thought he could arrest me on. It wasn't even an arrestable offense. And then the only reason he found that out was because he had to call the FOIA lady, Jill Evans. And then the original officer that stopped me, he couldn't even finish filling out the citations. Officer Smith, who was his supervisor, had to get in the car and finish filling out. And that's what they ended up, because he was on the phone the whole time trying to figure out what to even put on the thing to charge him. It's been an orchestrated event the entire time, up to leading how, especially shows even more that there was collusion. It's how I got an unsigned order and all this stuff sent to me. It was more just threatening and intimidation. And that's what.
Oh, unsigned order.
Yeah, and in the very beginning, I got a default order that's unsigned, didn't have.
Oh, no, brother, no, brother. Hold on, stop.
I'm not threatening you. Say one more word and that's 30 days. 30 days.